What's up? It's Mike Mendoza, Fast Real Estate Services, talking real estate on the commute, both commercial and residential investment properties. Today's topic, a couple topics. One is invoicing, paying your contractors to take care of the houses you are and properties you're managing for property management. And then also utilizing assistance for your business. We'll get into when it's appropriate to get an assistant to help scale your business up so that you can take care of the mundane tasks through an assistant, and you as an agent broker can concentrate on the higher value items and activities that you should be focusing on to grow your business and grow your commissions and all of that good stuff. So just a quick note on invoicing. You need a contractor to fix something, and then they do the job. Hopefully they do it correctly. You inspect it, it's all good, and they send you an invoice, and then you are supposed to pay it out. Sounds easier said than done, but when you have hundreds of work orders and dozens of contractors that are working with you and multiple units that you have to manage, and then also being responsible for funds if you have access to the checkbook or not, or making sure that invoices are processed to get paid if you don't have access to the owner's checkbook, then that can become really complicated. So you want to put a system in place, whatever bookkeeping system you have. It starts even before the bookkeeping, where if a maintenance or repair request is given, then you have to put that work order in the system. Excuse me. My allergies happening in the fall of Cleveland. What's today? September 27th, ending, or we're into the fall season. So this is ragweed season here in Cleveland, and this is about the only time that I'm coughing constantly until the snow falls. So apologize for that, but anyway, I'll just trudge along. So getting back to invoicing, you need to make sure that you have a proper work order that's put in your system so you can track these things to match them up, because you'll get so much work going on. Contractors, and I don't see this often, but they do sometimes try to take advantage of you, send you an invoice for work that was not done, or they may have thought that work was done, so they just send an invoice to hopefully get paid. And if you just don't remember and you pay the invoice, and obviously you're throwing money out the window. So make sure you have a good work order system through any property management software, or even just keeping track of all that on an Excel spreadsheet, so that when you do get the invoice, you can match the invoice up to the work order. So we won't go into the specifics about, I think in a previous episode we talked about work order and scope, but let's assume that the work order was completed per the standards that you set and the scope that was defined in the work order. They give you, never pay on the spot. You want to pay your contractors, especially your good ones, quickly, but in order to stay organized and track everything, you need to set the expectation to your contractors that they're not going to get paid until a job is inspected, approved, and they send you an invoice. So there's so many payments flying back and forth that you need that invoice to reconcile the checks, and also reconcile that to the particular work order that was put into the system in the first place. So, and then it keeps track. You're in the field. You don't want to be writing checks to contractors, because then that becomes an unsafe situation where somebody could mug you or whatever if they think you have cash on you paying contractors. So get an invoice and tell your contractors it may take them
left onto Cypress Avenue.
It may take up to 15 days to 30 days. Make sure that they're good with those terms so they're not constantly calling you, where's my money, where's my money? What I tell contractors is if you give me an invoice and you call me before that 15-day mark, I'm not going to even answer your call. So, or, if they continue to pester you for money, I would think twice about giving them a job for the next time. So make that very clear, set expectations up front for the terms of payment, and you'll make your life easier. But I want to emphasize, you're good contractors. They're working hard. They have to pay for materials and their workers, and these guys don't have a lot of excess cash that they can use as working capital to pay off their workers until they get paid. So try to get those good contractors paid ASAP, and they'll become more loyal to you, and you'll have a better, smoother time when the payments are delayed in the future for unforeseen reasons. So that's the invoicing system. And then related to that is one is that part of the business become too cumbersome and you need to find a bookkeeper to do that. I guess it just all depends on, for me, it's when you see that you're losing business because you're spending so much time on accounting stuff, on administrative secretarial stuff, that you're actually losing business. So I'm at that point now in my business where I can't get to listings or prospects because I'm worrying about paying invoices and doing the admin work when it comes to property management or selling, leasing, representing clients for commercial or residential real estate. So then that leads into, okay, when should I start using a secretary or an administrative person or a project manager for different things? And again, that I think it all depends on your particular situation, but I would use them. I would start looking for somebody. It's going to cost you money, but if that expense leverages you to increase your income more so than you could if you didn't have the assistant, then definitely hire that assistant. Don't skimp on price. Now you can use a virtual assistant. I've seen virtual assistants in different websites like Upwork, Fiverr, Freelancer for as little as $4 to $5 per hour. We'll go into virtual assistants on a different video log, but that take a look into those options, or somebody in your family that might need some extra money. They can help you with different administrative tasks, making calls, setting up appointments, that sort of thing. So so I'll give you an update on my experience. I've just started utilizing a virtual assistant. They're out of the Dominican Republic. So
turn left onto Cypress Avenue.
So we'll see how that works out. And I think I'm getting that person at $6 an hour, just because I wanted to make sure that somebody was fluent in English and they were a little more educated.
The destination is on your left. 4107 Cypress Avenue.
So you can hear the GPS going. I'm going to drop off some checks for a contractor that we were delayed in paying. So anyway, so prove to you that I am on a commute. I'm just not sitting in my car talking into my iPhone. So anyway, until next time, that's it for today. Keep learning, keep thinking, but most importantly, just keep doing.